You. You are the topic for my new podcast. You. Because I want to encourage you to begin to make some changes in your life. Today's topic is about our youth. These kids are playing video games nonstop during the Christmas vacation. 2 weeks of nothing but video games from the time they get up in the morning to the time they go to bed at night. And it's hard to get them to go to bed at night because their mind is still want to keep going. During these 2 weeks of vacation and being expected to return to school mentally prepared, that's a joke. They are expected to sit at a desk for hours, listening to someone lecture or give them assignments when they have had zero human connections. They're expected to read when they haven't read a book. They haven't picked up a book this whole vacation time. Now, I'm not talking about all kids because there are some who have picked up some books whose parents are working on making sure that they stay grounded. But then we have a large portion, and I believe it's a really large portion of parents who just let them go for the computer. They haven't read any books. And then when they get to school, they can't do the assignments. As a matter of fact, oftentimes in schools, from what I heard, they're not even getting books, that they're getting their assignments on a computer that they have to go to and they read something off of that. Really? This is why so many students have a lack of a love for reading, picking up a book and going on an adventure, because that's what reading was. It was like you couldn't get to certain locations, vacations, but you could read about it. And it's like your mind took you to that place. It says most youth work is done on a computer at school. And the students, they be stressed when they go back to school because they are detached from the video games or the music or the television, which I mean cable, because nobody's watching 247, 50, 56, or whatever it is. Everybody has a smart TV. So a smart TV is going to get them all the garbage that's on TV. Okay? The only communication is with a line of strangers. They're playing video games sometimes with strangers. And a lot of parents have no clue who these strangers are. They have no clue what their kid is playing. And they never discuss life situations with their peers or with their parents. There's no conversation about what's going on in the real world. You have a conversation with a young person about just mention something that's going on in the news today. They have no idea. News, a newspaper, they don't read newspapers. They don't listen to the news. Their parents aren't having conversations about life because a lot of parents are doing what the kids are doing. They are on the computer doing the exact same thing, playing video games or watching a bunch of YouTube videos about nothing. And there's a lot of really good YouTube videos about something out there, positive, encouraging videos. They have no clue who their friends are online or offline. You haven't a clue. Now, this isn't for every parent, so don't get offended. I'm talking to the parents who I'm talking to. Thank you. Okay, teachers have a hard time teaching because students are interrupting, they have their phones, or they're being rude, and even parents can't control their kids. Now, they keep saying they're going to take phones out of schools. When? See, if you don't do it in the beginning of a school year and you let it go all the way to March or April and then talking about we're going to take phones, it's very hard. Not only on the students, it's going to be hard on the teachers. And the students are not going to want to give up their phone. You have to set the standards, set the rules in the beginning. Have serious conversations. And if you ask your robot, I mean, not your robot, but your child, to get off the computer, to get off the tablet, to let's go for a ride in the car, or let's go to the store, or let's go to the museum, or let's go somewhere culturally. They cannot manage their emotions. They don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do. And then if you make them go, they pretty much are like the wall that's standing, holding the building up. They're not there. They're not involved. They're very withdrawn. You can see the anger in their face because they would rather be on a device than to spend time with their parents, than to spend time learning something new. And as a result, you hear tears, you see screaming, slamming doors. I hate you. You're mean. When all you're trying to do is be a parent. And parents, you cannot allow those little words, they're just little words that your children say, I hate you, to be like, oh, they hate me. No, it's okay. It's okay for them to have an opinion. But what is not okay is that you're not going to disrespect me because when I tell you to do something, you do it. You have to take control, parents, because if you don't, that little 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old going to turn into a 14, 15, 16, 18-year-old who is disrespecting you because you never put down the rules in your home. That's same for teachers. You have to set the standards in the beginning. Period. Get to know your students. Ask them questions about themselves so that they can trust you enough to want to have that conversation, trust you enough to respect you. Youth today, they lack communication skills, empathy, helping others, holding a door open for some old person coming through the door, or anybody for that matter. Um, Empathy for even to say good morning to the teacher in the morning, or you, good morning, mom, good morning, dad. Having feelings. Where is it? Self-control. Community, aware of the people around you who lived in your on your very block. Friends, youth that don't belong to activities such as baseball, basketball, dance, music, art, they are often lacking friendship. They may have one friend, maybe two, but honestly, they are lacking friendship. Having a relationship with family, visiting family members that are good family members, not just any family member. But having a relationship with family, when you come together and you, as soon as you get to see them, you're excited, you're having fun, you're playing games, you're talking, you're breaking bread together, you're doing these things. But oftentimes that's not the case. They come in with their cell phones, they sit down and they do nothing. Lack of communication, period. After they finish filling their bellies or whatever, they're ready to go. Get back to that computer, back to their phones. Yeah. They are the game controlled our youth. They miss a lot because when game controlled youth miss a lot of school. Not because they're sick. They are sick. And the minute you allow them to miss school, they're immediately healed because they're back to what they want to do, which is play those games. Be controlled by AI. That's right. They're immediately healed. Parents, you have to take control. You must limit time. Don't give these things to babies or kids up to under 8. Limit their screen time. Find other things for them to do. Provide outside activities. Include family time, games and conversation, family trips. Plan for family trips. You know these kids are going to have a spring break. They're going to have a summer break. Then they have a winter break. Somewhere in between those breaks, find time to plan. Set aside a few dollars. Let's go on a family trip. Leave all those things behind. Let's go have some fun. There are so many museums you can take them to, concerts, what kind of music you like, different things like that. Learn to know your children. A lot of us don't know our kids. We don't know what they like. If you put them in a room together and you ask them what's their favorite color, you get it wrong. What music they like to listen to, you get it wrong. What's their style of clothes? You can't pick them out. They don't never wear the stuff you buy, especially at Christmas time. They're like, I don't like that. You have to know your child. Hello. And and this won't be easy. If you're already a parent who is very much control, your kids are controlled by the system. You're not. It's not too late for you. You have to start slow, but you have to start somewhere. And this message for all parents. I'm an African American, and I want to speak to you parents especially. This world has never been designed for you and your children. It's always been designed for someone else. And we've been fooled. I've been fooled. Parents have been fooled. We only fooled. We are only been controlled by what has been in front of us. Education is the same as it was when I was a kid, and that's crazy to me. We have to do things different because we're reaching a different society. So I'm just encouraging you in the new year, try something different because we have to save our children. All of them need saving. Doesn't matter the color of their skin. It's so many of them that need saving. It's so sad. But you, that is the topic of my talk. You. It's always going to be about you. So I encourage you in 2026 to be a change agent, to be someone who wants to see the success in their children and in themselves. Because as parents, it's not easy being a parent. So maybe next time you, parents, will be the topic. Have a great day.